I don't know if I like them per se, but I wouldn't bet against Washington. I'll put it like that. Michigan, I think, has more paths to win. Washington sort of has one path to win. Now, obviously, we're recording this on Thursday, so there's not all the props are not available for this game. We do have best bets. We do have other leans.
Yep.
Where are you sort of best bet, lean? Where are you thinking for this game?
One play that again, you mentioned about things that are up, not up yet. I haven't been able to find it. I'm sure it's going to get posted. I would look at playing no defensive or special teams touchdowns in this game.
Okay.
You've got two offenses that, for the most part, really don't turn the ball over very much. So the odds of a pick six or a scoop and score probably slim, especially I think Michigan's going to run the ball a lot. So, like, I don't think we're going to get a defensive. Maybe we get you could always get a special teams touchdown with how poorly Michigan's special teams played. And Washington's special teams weren't necessarily great either against Texas, but I don't know what the price will be on that.
Yeah.
I would look at it and consider, obviously, it's going to be favored. You're going to have to lay a number there, but I would look at no defensive or special teams touchdown in this game. I think the odds are slim we're going to get one.
I like a field goal prop. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but Washington, remember, kicked 3 field goals in that game.
Texas defense actually played well
in the second half,
in the fourth quarter,
to
kind of keep them in the game.
And I think Michigan's game plan is going to be, again, I've said this on multiple platforms, said it for us on the group chat. Like, I think their game plan is going to be until the 20-yard line, you're not free to get wherever you want, but we're going to let you take underneath. And then the red zone, we're going to clamp down, which forces a lot of field goals. And I think on the flip side, I mean, look, when you run the ball as much as Michigan does, you can get backed up sometimes. And do you get backed up into field goals, And so I think field goal, like any sort of, 3.5 field goals in this game, 4.5 field goals, 4.5 by 3.5 field goals.
4.5 seems high, but 3.5, I can see that.
I think over 3.5 would be good. It's not obviously up yet. All right, let's get to your best bet for this game. Obviously, one game. Yep. You have a wager on. I have a wager on. What's your best bet?
I like Michigan minus 3.5 in the second half of the game. Yeah, I know it's a little way out there, but again, I think the way this game is going to be played, it's going to be reminiscent of what Michigan did against Penn State when they went on the road.
Okay.
And you just kind of ran the ball, I think, every play in the second half, with the exception of one, which I think that play officially didn't count because I think it was PI on Penn State.
Right.
And the best way to beat Washington, number one, you can score on them by running the ball. You saw Texas have success running the ball, and that also helps keep Penix and that offense off the field. So I think this is not going to be about J.J. McCarthy putting up 300 yards in his college farewell, if indeed it is. This is about winning a national championship. I think the best way Michigan can win a national championship, kind of get into halftime maybe with the lead, and then just grind away at the interior of that Washington defense in the second half, control the ball, control the clock, and outlast them, wear them down, and maybe get a score late to ultimately maybe win this game by double 10 to 14 points. So I like Michigan minus 3.5 in the second half, based on how I think this game is going to play out.
I love a pre-flop second half wager. Oh, I love it so much, Bear.
Sometimes you got to dig deep.
Digging deep.
Too easy to say Michigan minus 4.5.
No, I'm not taking Michigan minus 4.5. Not with the way Washington plays this game. I'm going Michigan over 30.5 points here, Bear, in this game. The narrative that J.J. McCarthy isn't good came out of the Alabama game. He didn't have his best game. He also made some really good throws. And so far this year, they've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams has Michigan played that have an SP plus defense better than Washington. Washington's 44th, okay? They've averaged 32.3 points per game. Washington allowed 28 points in the first half to Bryson Barnes in Utah, 33 points to Stanford, 31 to Texas, and Texas had opportunity to score more points there, right? Over 30 twice to Oregon. They allow a ton of points, Bear. That's just what their defense is. They play a soft defense once they get up in games. So I think Michigan runs the ball. They put up touchdowns. And I think even this is one of those where Michigan's driving down the end of the game. I'm rooting for them to get from 24 to 31. Look at that last touchdown of the game. So I like Michigan here over 30.5. I'm just not taking Michigan minus 4.5 with Washington's. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm like Sammy, we were talking about on the group chat. I'm going to wait it out and see maybe this.
It's not getting. I don't think it's getting down.
I don't think it's coming down to 4.
Same as Alabama, Michigan, right? The public's all in Alabama, and Michigan number did not move. I feel like in this situation, the sharps are on Michigan because the number in this game, neutral field, I saw SP Plus had it 12. Had it 12 on a neutral field.
Yeah, and you think now when you were saying that, it popped into my head. In these title games, typically it is public or people will just take the dog on the money line.
Yes, which
may give a reduced price on the favorite on the money line, or and like you're laying the points with the favorite, or you're just taking the dog on the money line. I think that's kind of how it breaks down.
Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.